I'll only say this one more time, so listen close, rookies.
Oh.
The chief prosecutor stabbed the victim and ran behind the partition. Then she picked up the emergency phone on the wall, but it was out of order. So she pulled her own cell phone out of her pocket.
I climbed over the fence.
I fucking parkoured over, and during that time you climbed over the chain link fence. Then when I boldly grabbed her arm, the chief prosecutor hung up her phone. And you saw her doing this.
What is it, Mr. Wright? Now do you present the phone?
I don't think so.
What else do you present then?
That's a good question. What's the last one? Have we pressed the last one?
Yes. That's when she kicked all the old drum, and we were just like, that's ridiculous. Present! Oh.
You're so on this phone, and I'm like, so far the phone confirms what she said. Unless there's something about the hanging up. Here, do we have to do that whole thing again?
Yes, we do. She's gonna do only gonna do this once. Except we can keep doing this, and she will do it more than once. Ironically. Stab the victim. Okay.
Pick up the phone. Out of order. Use cell phone. I fucking ninja'd my way over this wall.
Yeah.
Grabbed her. Ha! You both here, hung up the phone. And you saw her doing this. You looked really smug.
What is it, Mr. Wright? Yeah.
Go and press this. Yeah, okay. So open then. Yeah, okay.
Picked up an old gem at me. Yeah, this is when she ran the other way. What's strange?
Yeah, if she
Why did she run the other way?
The other... Ah! Blocking that entrance.
Yeah. But again, she couldn't have. Maybe it's I saw it all, but she couldn't have seen it all.
Yeah, no, she could. Yeah, no, she couldn't have because she was behind the wall. Yeah, no, you're right. Yeah, that's the map. Put the map there.
More plans. Present.
There you go. Good solution. Miss Star, I have to conclude that you have a personal grudge against Miss Lana Sky on the count you keep fucking lying.
I think we're thinking too smart when really we need to think real dumb. This woman is not smart.
Yeah, this woman is fucking off her tits.
The witness is a former detective.
Sacked for incompetence, clearly.
Her testimony is unmarred by personal bias.
But who would have thought you would be my knight in shining armor, prosecutor? You, who, together with the chief prosecutor, kicked me out 2 years ago. It's the fucking grudge. Well, Miss Star, this is a fatal contradiction with your testimony. How do you explain this? I don't know what you're talking about. Mess with me, and I'll make you cough it all up. Ahem. Let's look at the floor plans.
There's no way you can see or check the phone.
You said you witnessed the crime from this point. However, if that's true, you couldn't possibly have seen this guy making that phone call.
It's a fact.
Yup. I believe you see what I'm getting at. That emergency phone was on the back side of this partition. If indeed you were in B block, you couldn't have seen it. Whoa!
Yeah.
Oda, what is the meaning of this? It's simple, Your Honor. She's not coughing up lunch, she's coughing up lies! Grr.
That's quite a claim, Mr. Wright.
What a claim.
Perhaps you will allow me a question. Tell us exactly what lie the witness has told to the court.
Here's where the counterattack begins. Can't afford to get this wrong. The witness lied about
The order of events. The order of events, surely.
I think so.
That's because where she saw it, like, she has a photograph. What she saw, we can't.
Yeah, the order. Yeah, the order. Yeah. She lied about the order of events. This guy used the emergency phone before the murder. Ooh. I see. I hadn't thought of that.
Yeah.
That took the wind out of her sails. That doesn't
Mr.
make
Wright,
sense.
I hate to bother you while you're
Yeah, that
celebrating
doesn't make
victory,
any sense.
but why would anyone use an emergency phone before the murder?
Huh?
Just when you think you can't sink any lower, he amazes us. I applaud you, Mr. Wright.
You ordered the orange peel lunchbox, right?
Oh, that was so... Okay.
Yeah.
One more try.
What she saw then.
I see it in your eyes. You haven't learned your lesson, have you?
Here is where the counterattack actually begins.
Where she saw it? She must have been from A.
Yeah, where she saw it. Yeah, just for the net. This guy tried to use the emergency phone, but it was out of order. What's significant about this fact? Nothing. Therefore, it would be pointless for Miss Starr to lie about it. Pointless to lie. I see. But say the witness did actually see Miss Guy using the emergency phone.
Why would she do this?
It would mean Miss Starr witnessed the crime from a different location.
Yeah, this is what we've been after. We've been trying to place her in Block A the whole time.
Yeah.
A different location? That's a pointless lie if I ever heard one.
Before you call my lie pointless, at least let me tell it. At least let me lie. Let me ask a question to our clever wordsmith, Mr. Wright. Just where was the witness when she saw the crime?
Yeah.
All the testimony we've heard until now points in one direction. The security room.
You gonna put her in the security room?
I don't know, man. I don't know where this fucking photo came from. Oh. Alright. This is the only place where she could have been. The security guard room?
Indeed. The security room is in the underground parking lot, and well positioned. It's built on the second floor, so you can see the entire lot.
She would have been able to see the emergency phone from there. But why there? There are many other places where she could have seen the phone.
No.
Not in this case, Your Honour. The witness, not being part of the prosecutor's office, could not park in A block. The only place where she could have seen the crime and the back of the partition is here. I remember in your testimony you said you brought a lunch to your boyfriend in the security guard room, yes?
So I've been after this whole time.
Yep. Well, Miss Starr, finally got her there. How many years have I been getting the better of men? To think that the tables could be turned. Today, a man has got the better of Angel Star. Order! Order! Witness. What have you done? You used to be a detective. You should know better. I'm not turning back. The guilty will be punished.
Your Honor, I think this is a mistrial. Miss Angel Star has clearly perjured herself.
And I'll do what I must to make sure justice prevails. The guilty? Is she talking about Miss Sky?
Mr. Wright? Doesn't this strike you as odd?
This whole thing's fucking weird.
Why did Miss Star lie? It doesn't make sense.
Where did this photo come from?
She could have just said that she saw the crime from the security guard station. It wouldn't have changed anything.
It's in the photo.
Exactly. This photograph tells it all. It was the defendant who stabbed the victim. That truth still stands.
It still stands? I disagree, Mr. Edgeworth.
She was in. Yeah, how would the photograph exist? What?
If a witness is found to be lying, they're guilty of perjury. She knows this. She wouldn't risk that without a good reason. So tell us what her reason was, Mr. Wright. Huh? Me?
It's not.
Who else?
Mr. Wright, let's review what we know.
Miss Starr witnessed the crime from the security guard station. But she lied and said she saw it from B block. It must make a vital difference. What? What would change the angle of view to the crime?
Distance to the crime?
Light year. No, it's the first one.
Yeah.
Then she wouldn't be able to claim she saw that she saw that photo, basically.
Yeah,
Why?
that photo she couldn't have taken.
Yeah. Why the angle at which she saw the crime occur would change. It could be from a security camera. The angle? What do you mean? I'd explain why it's black and white if it was a security camera. Well, the security guard station is on the second floor. And, she would have sort of a more 3D view of the crime. Phoenix, what the fuck? And this is important. Why? What the fuck? That makes sense. What? This bit. What? Why is Phoenix stupid?
Mr. Wright, let's review
No,
what we know.
that makes perfect sense. Oh god damn it.
Distance.
It's distance then, yeah.
Yeah, lighting doesn't make sense.
It's kind of lighting.
Yeah.
It changes the distance between her and the scene of the crime.
But look at the floor plans, it's quite... My condolences, Mr. Wright. Look at the floor plans, and it's quite clear. The distance between the scene of the crime and the guard station is 30 feet.
Oh, there's fucking... It's on the second floor though, there's
I
fucking
don't
stairs
see what
going
would change
somewhere.
what you could see.
What she saw is not in question here. What matters is the time it would take her to reach the scene of the crime. There we go.
Yeah.
I jumped on the game a bit earlier. Miss Starr, you witnessed the crime scene from the security guard station. Now, how long did it take you to go from there to the scene of the crime where you arrested Miss Sky?
Yeah.
Well, witness. You... Yes? You ordered the squid wheels, right?
Ooh.
It's fucking mental. The quality of my lunches has gone from low to inedible. I was bringing a peanut butter and jelly lunch with my fresh boysenberry jam to my boyfriend. Boysenberry for the boyfriend. He wasn't in the station, so I waited. I witnessed the crime from the glass-walled station. And before I knew what I was doing, I found myself running towards the scene. But the door was locked. I couldn't open it. What the fuck?
So she went all the way around.
This bitch. That's why I had to go through the visitor parking in B block. Oh,
This is ridiculous.
that's quite a detour.
And then she's claiming to have taken the picture from there, like 10 years after the...
It probably took me at least 5 minutes to get to the seat of the car.
Yeah.
Well, this is where that's where everything blows over, because the car didn't get there till 13 past. And the phone call was made at 5:18. So those are our 5 minutes between the car arriving and the phone. So unless she started moving when the car got there, this changes things considerably. But it was that woman over there in the defendant's chair who stabbed him. I know it. I have photographic evidence. I swear it. I swear it on my finest plastic spoke. Nice. You have a point, and the spoke is a wonderful invention. Would you like another caviar lunch? Absolutely. Uh-oh.
Where did you get these? Where did they keep coming from?
Your bag.
It's
It's a
alright.
Poppins bag.
You have to do something.
So I had any evidence to stop this? Yeah? Raise an object. Yeah, the fucking parking ticket. But I feel like the game's gonna be like, how is this? And we're like, 'cause it's fucking time! The car didn't arrive until 5:13. 5 minutes between the witnessing of the murder and the arrest. Think about it. You could make past on that amount of time. If you
like it al dente.
If you like it al dente, sorry, I'm not high up to my pasta. I've got lunchboxes that tie pasta onto knots, rookie.
That's, yeah.
A 5-minute blank. Isn't that strange?
Strange.
If you were a criminal, what would you do with 5 minutes, Your Honor? Well, I guess I'd flee the scene. Hey! Don't get the wrong idea. I didn't kill anyone. But you have the instincts of a killer because you're a fucking human being. We're all capable of this shit. You would run. This time was different. This guy dawdled at the scene of the crime. She even had her picture taken. No true criminal would act this way. It's inconceivable.
You keep saying this word. I don't think you know what it means.
Yeah. What word?
Oh, it's from The Princess Bride.
Okay. Well then, it seems we've come to the end of this testimony. The witness has a grudge against the defendant and a blank in her testimony. Mr. Edgeworth, is the witness ready to go? Is the next witness ready to go? Holy fuck.
Unfortunately. I appear to have overestimated this witness on account of a personal history.
Professional history.
We did it! We screwed that can shut, Mr. Wright.
Fucking talk about a screwball. That was too close. I'm afraid that the cough-up queen has been dethroned. Fucking nonsense. And with that, court is adjourned. Oh wow, okay. Thought we'd have to do more than
Right, yeah.
that being said, I think it was like 2 hours.
Hold it.
Oh, hold it. Oh, she's not done.
Oh. Oh.
Mr. Edgeworth, you ordered the squid wheels, right? That's the one she tried to foist off on me.
I prefer not to take the defense team's leftovers. Anything else to say?
I might be able to save you. I have decisive evidence.
Oh yes? Please, tell me.
What was that? Making more shit up? Is this another one of our trick lunchboxes? Or a magic photo? My apologies, but we have no further questions to ask of you, Miss Star. You're proving yourself
Oh.
quite unreliable. You remind me of Mitsuru, quite frankly.
Oh.
Is this your jumbo lunchbox? Woo! A triple decker. Out of deference to the witness's determination, I allow one more testimony. Let's hear about this decisive evidence.
Yes. Let's.
Like the Lunchland motto says, you won't be disappointed. What's she gonna pull out of a lunchbox this time?
Alright.
That's so much bullshit.
Decisive evidence.
Oh my god. I should have mentioned those 5 minutes when I wasn't looking at the crime scene.
Yeah, you should have.
And now, to the matter of the victim's shoe. Did I not bring this up? 2 types of blood were found on this shoe. One was, of course, the victim's. And the other blood type matched that of the defendant, Miss Lana Sky. This shoe proves it. It's flawless, decisive evidence. Well, I did not expect that. What? There was blood found on that shoe?
Huh.
Try Lunchland for all your lunch and decisive evidence needs.
Yeah. Witness, what's the meaning of this? Why is this the first time I've heard of this evidence?
Simple, as I've already said. I don't trust you with evidence, Mr. Edgeworth. That's why I took the liberty of investigating this myself.
And you had blood tests performed?
Didn't I mention? My other boyfriend is in the fucking police department. I have 3 boyfriends in forensics.
Of course. In any case, Your Honor, I can't accept this as evidence.
What?
You must know the 2 rules of evidence law. Number 1. No evidence shall be shown without the approval of the police department. In other words, this shoe is illegal evidence. At least for the time being.
We used a fucking metal detector.
Is that right, Mr. Wright?
Seems so. Edgeworth sure is celebrating. Not so fast, Miss Edgeworth. I have a boyfriend in the police department. Don't forget, I used to be a detective. As I mentioned previously, this shoe has already been tested by a member of the forensics department. As you can see, it was approved by the police department as of today. Even the general public can produce official evidence, Mr. Edgeworth. Nuh-uh.
Is that right, Mr. Wright?
Seems so. Edgeworth is looking pretty solid.
You could at least try to study some evidence law. Really?
We're just there like, sounds right. The prosecution's complaints notwithstanding, it appears that this evidence satisfies the first rule of evidence law. However, it seems you have yet another count against you, witness. Anything to ensure that the guilty are properly judged.
This is fucking so bullshit. Victim shoe. Okay.
Very well, Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine the witness. I cannot believe this bullshit.
I know.
I cannot believe this trial. Remember how furious I was at the fucking Lot of Heart?
Oh yes. Yeah, Lotto was just...
I am at least that furious again. Why did you lie about those 5 minutes? I guess you could say I just wanted people to look at the results. The results? How many times do I have to say this? I saw the chief prosecutor stab the victim before my very own eyes.
Yeah, you do keep saying this.
Compared to that, a 5-minute blank means nothing.
Then why didn't you just tell the truth?
Don't make me laugh. We're dealing with the most untrustworthy of the vile lot known as prosecutors. Falsified evidence, arranged testimonies, erasing and manipulating evidence. When you fight monsters, you need to use every trick in the book. This when the suspect is admitting she did it. The false testimony is the most despicable crime of all, Miss Starr.
This is like the level of like she should just be like thrown out for this. There's no like, come on, Judge, come on. I feel like we should just be like, come on, Judge.
How many years in prison would Miss Starr get in real life?
I don't know.
Would she? Because I feel like this, like, if someone's like Martin make up the law, Right, then this shit would be so fucking out of bounds. This is utterly ridiculous. Let's just get this over with.
For term not exceeding 2 years, or a fine.
So 2 years, up to 2 years in jail.
Up to 2 years, or a fine.
Or a fine.
Or imprisonment
Which-
and a fine.
So it's legal for rich people to make up evidence.
Martin, it's legal for rich people to do anything if they have enough money.
Fucking too right.
Alright. Tell us more about this victim's shoe.
And you found this shoe at the scene of the crime? I detained the chief prosecutor and notified the police department. I wanted to make myself useful while I was waiting for the police to arrive.
So like an ill-treated pooch, you snuck off with his shoe.
I was afraid someone would erase the chief prosecutor's crime. This shoe was my secret weapon if that should happen. See this fashionable basket I have here? It carries more than lunchboxes, gentlemen. Bloody shoes! Happy for you and your lunchbox bag, really. But that is not hygienic. In any case, you removed valuable evidence from the scene of the crime. Now tell us what you did next.
Yeah.
Was the fuck?
How
Was Lana arrested with one shoe on?
There's so much like insanity.
Has Lana been wearing one shoe this whole time? So you brought it to the forensics department. If you're going to submit something as evidence in court, you need it proved. That's what you just read. To do that, evidence must be analysed by a forensics expert.
Yep.
And she got away with her little coup because she used to be a detective. The shoe does appear to have bloodstains on it. Well, the man was stabbed after all.
Yeah.
And that blood belonged to the victim, Detective Goodman. There's some her blood on it. As I said, there were 2 types of blood found on the shoe.
Goodman's and Lana's. Yeah.
So what was Lana bleeding? You can't say for sure that the blood belonged to the defendant with a blood test. That's interesting. You claim to know something about blood tests, rookie? Huh? Well, speak up. Well, blood comes in 4 types, A, B, O, and AB. However, you can't tell from a blood test whether a murder was committed in cold blood. That's just a figure of speech, Mr. Wright.
Actually, we can differentiate between millions of types with all the blood tests out there. Which means we can more or less narrow down any sample of blood down to just one person. Or so I hear.
I think we can, yeah.
Yeah.
That's pretty specific. If I had a little more time, we would have gotten DNA test results. But they said it's very little doubt it could be anyone but Miss Lana Skies. Could it be our sisters? So the suspect's blood was found on the victim's shoe.
That ties it directly to the death of Detective Goodman.
I was afraid he was going to say that. This shoe proves it. It's flawless, decisive evidence. It's not. Can't let this evidence go through without a fight. You ordered the peppered fish guts, right?
What?
Yes, I did! Some like it hot, Mr. Wright. Some like your client. She's in enough hot water to make a whole vat of soup.
Mr. Wright, do you or do you not have a problem with this shoe?
A problem? This is critical. Is there a problem with the victim's shoe? Yes!
3D shoe time!
Oh shit, 3D shoe.
Ah! There's blood here too!
The sole of the shoe? It's gotta be the victim's. He must have stepped... He must have stepped in a puddle of his own blood. Oh, is that a shoe from the body? What?
I guess.
What?
All this blood. It's horrible.
This blood might be an important clue. It is, because there was no blood puddle at the scene of the crime. So yeah, we have a problem. Yeah, we have a fucking problem.
This blood, it's my sister's, right?
It appears so.
Yeah.
Ah, Lana's right hand was bandaged. Yeah, it was. She must have cut herself at the time of the crime.
Poor sis. Alright, we have a problem with the shoe.
Okay, we do.
There's our problem.
There's a problem. If I'm not imagining things, I'd say there's one critical problem with this evidence. A clear contradiction. That gleam in your eyes. You're still young, rookie. I'd give you a peppered fish gut now. But you couldn't take the heat, could you? Let's hear what Mr. Wright has to say. What is contradictory about the victim's shoe? Is the victim's shoe, right, okay. Sorry, I misheard earlier, I said it was Lana's. This. This right here. The heel. The heel.
Oh.
That's why. I don't know.
Yeah, that's why I don't know if I want to go for the heel or the front. It doesn't really matter.
We examined the heel, that's why I said the heel.
Yeah.
I wonder if you noticed, there's blood on the bottom of this shoe. Don't mess with me, rookie. Or it'll be your blood on the bottom of my shoe. Indeed, there is quite a bit of blood on the bottom of the shoe.
It makes sense. The victim was stabbed with a knife. What could possibly be contradictory about the blood on the bottom of his shoe? Fuck, I wasn't expecting this.
The photo, there's no blood. There's no puddle blood.
Yeah, there's no puddle of blood. Oh,
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, hang on.
That was my argument.
Present. A footprint. Yeah, there'd be a
Problem
footprint.
lies in the footprint.
Bare minimum, there'd be a there'd be like a bloody footprint somewhere.
The footprint?
Yeah.
Not that the bottom of the victim's shoe is covered in blood. Then isn't it strange why were any bloody footprints found by the scene of the crime? Aha! As you can see, there were no traces of any such footprints at the scene of the crime. That contradicts your claim about this shoe.
This picture only shows part of the floor. So there could have been bloody footprints.
I was fucking there! Then where are they, Mr. Edgeworth? Because we checked the scene and found nothing of the sort. Order! 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 Well, witness? What?
Great going, Mr. Wright, but it's true that the lack of a footprint is a contradiction. But then we have to ask why there wasn't a footprint.
The murder took place at the police department. Oh!
Again, we're defending. We don't need to ask these questions.
Something to drop in. That's true. There has to be a reason why there wasn't a footprint.
Think, Mr. Wright, think.
The murder happened in the fucking police department. So far away. Yeah, I don't know why it's not there. No, we do! Come on, Phoenix! I'm just good at finding contradictions. Herb-a-derb, I'm Urban Difference Lawyer.
I see. Now I get it.
Get what?
Our witness is more devious than I gave her credit for. We were hoodwinked till the very end.
Maybe you guys were, we know what's going on.
But she slipped. There is one vital hint to the truth in her testimony.
What are you talking about?
Think back to when she told us about apprehending the suspect.
The chief prosecutor tried to resist, but her efforts were in vain. She knocked my hands aside, kicked over an oil drum. There she's beautiful but deadly. A predator, this one. A leopard woman. Rawr.
I thought that was a strange thing for the normally cool-headed chief to do.
No kidding.
Now, witness, allow me to ask a very simple question. This oil drum, was it empty?
Oh, that. I'm not sure I like your attitude, Mr. Edgeworth. Well, apparently you're not the slowest conveyor belt in the lunchbox factory. Witness, well, was the oil drum empty? The oil drum kicked over by the chief prosecutor was brimming with water. Water? What does that mean?
Still don't get it, Mr. Wright? Do you want to know the reason she knocked it over? The real reason?
Aha, you don't mean... Did she clean the... what?
Yes. The suspect knocked over that oil drum for one reason, and one reason alone. To erase the bloodstains that would have become evidence against her.
Fuck! That's a good argument. Didn't see that coming. That ties things up quite neatly.
Yeah, it
The
does.
bloodstains left on the victim's shoe tie her quite clearly to this murder. Oh, fuck. Then after the deed was done, she knocked over the oil drum to erase all the telltale signs. But I still think I have in the police department. I'm not fucking convinced. Well, that's a prosecutor's speciality, erasing evidence. No, but she took the photo before then! I guess it could be somewhere else. That reminds me, Miss Sky's right hand was hurt. Didn't she say she'd cut herself when she stabbed him? She did say that.
So that's when my sister's blood got on the shoe.
Well, I see no reason to prolong this trial.
Mr. Wright, do something, please.
But what can I do? Your sister has confessed to the crime, and she tried to conceal it.
But... Enough. There is no need for further debate. The verdict, Your Honor?
Very well.
But Angel Star is on the prosecution's side. She could have been lying about the water.
The court finds the defendant Miss Sky.
Objection!
Objection! Objection! Hold it! Little girl, what did you just say?
Huh? Me?
Did you just say that I, Angel Star, was on the prosecution's side?
Holy
that's gonna-
fuck.
She's triggered.
Well, yeah, you are. You're saying my sister hid evidence by erasing the bloody footprints.
Well... I thought you'd had your fill, but here you are demanding a second helping. Another lunchbox. A lunchbox called evidence. Wait, witness, don't tell me you have something else.
Time for deliberations is past. Any further comments, and you'll be held in contempt of court.
She should have at least 10 years in prison by now. Your threats don't scare the cough-off queen. Oh no, look at
What's
that.
she got now? What is this bull? What is this malarkey? This is straight malarkey.
A photograph? What is this? Where is that? Is that in the... That's the machine that like pulls the fucking cars in. I had it just in case anyone had the gall to suggest that the white shoe didn't belong to the victim. I see no room for error in this evidence. Mr. Wright, wait! Look at the asphalt in this photo!
Hey!
Hey, it's clearly wet!
Huh.
erasing the last trace of doubt from the court's mind. Immediately after the murder, the crime scene was washed with water.
I'm sorry, Mr. Wright. I guess I couldn't help after all.
It's not your fault. I know I could win this case from the beginning. It seems this is what your sister wanted anyway. Sorry, Mia.
Right. Right. Worse or not. Don't be so quick to throw in the towel. Get yourself up off the asphalt. Take a good look. Don't give up. Not until the bitter end.
This is the last piece of evidence. Very well, this time I'd like to declare a verdict for good.
Objection!
Objection! Your Honor, wait! What is with you people? Can't I hand down my verdicts in peace anymore? Whatever it is, can it wait? No,
Absolutely not.
No, it can't. Then it will be too late. Look at this photograph. The last one submitted. The last of the pile of photographs. This trial isn't over until we give each piece of evidence proper consideration.
So, right. Are you saying there's a problem with this latest piece of evidence?
Yes! I'll think later. Yeah, there's a problem! Right or wrong, I'm gonna go ahead with this. I suppose since we've come this far, we should give every claim a fair shake. Very well, Mr. Wright. Show the court the problem in this photograph. Right. Hold up. There's something in the exhaust pipe. The muffler! The muffler's in the muffler! She shoved her muffler in the muffler! The problem in this photograph is here!
What's this? There's something poking out of the car's muffler.
The muffler! Wait just a moment, Mr. Edgeworth.
Your Honor...
You just said muffler. However, I see no trace of a muffler or scarf in any kind in this photograph. Oh, tremendous.
A muffler is also part of a car or motorcycle, Your Honor.
That's what I thought it was.
Just think of it as part of the exhaust system. A pipe.
I see. And... I see! What's that suspicious looking cloth sticking out of the car's muffler? Muffception! So what if there's something sticking out of the muffler? What does that have to do with this case? The name of this episode is Muffception. What does that have to do with this case? Nothing! Absolutely nothing. Sorry, Miss Star, but it's not going to be that easy. In fact, you've already told us why this is important to the case. You said as much in your testimony.
Oh yeah.
Because he was on the phone with Muffler! Check the muffler! What? Oh, mate! Let's hear what Mr. Wright has on his mind. I bet it's fucking brilliant as always. Tell us why you think this piece of cloth in the muffler is related to the case. The phone call! The word muffler was used on the phone! Miss Star! Recall your testimony for the court. Oh yes, when I arrested her, she mentioned the muffler. That's what had me confused in my earlier testimony.
Mm-hmm.
Muffler? Ah! Yeah! Could it be that the muffler you heard mentioned was actually this exhaust pipe?
Mm-hmm.
If so, That means this piece of cloth is vital evidence. Oh.
Got her now.
Get her, boys. Well, it seems we'll have to suspend the proceedings. Suspend? I find myself wondering about that piece of cloth. If we leave any question unanswered, here we do a disservice to the law. Have the crime scene inspected at once, and bring me that cloth. The verdict will wait until after we've seen all the evidence. Agreed?
I suppose so.
Woo! That was close. But we made it. At least for now. This court will adjourn for a 30-minute recess. Huh? It's lunchtime after all, and I have 14 lunchboxes to get through. He's still hungry?